Now, Kakarot, prepare yourself for oblivion!
Dragon Ball is popular. Very popular. To the point that 99% of you probably already know what it is, and even more of you because you clicked on this video. But for the 0.1% of you that don't, here's a quick overview. Dragon Ball was written and illustrated by Akira Toriyama, and is the story of Son Goku. The series follows him from his first year all the way to his 40s. We see him make a lot of friends, some of which being mass murderers, but we also see him fight a lot of really bad guys, like Frieza, Majin Buu, Zamasu, and even a brick wall. Now, if you're a bit of an older fan, you know the series wasn't always like this. It started as a gag manga with a round and cute art style, and actually gradually evolved into a series full of power-ups, powerful punches, and very overpowered strong guys. And since its release, the series has always been extremely popular. Starting way back in 1984, it has been crucial to spreading anime to the West, being the third most sold manga in the world, having more than $7.78 billion in merchandise sales and $6 billion in video games. It's the biggest anime franchise of all time. Those numbers are even more impressive considering the two mangas above Dragon Ball both have 2 times as many volumes and are still ongoing. The manga has been translated and released in more than 40 countries, and the anime has been dubbed in English 7 times. So as many fans of Dragon Ball do, you may find yourself questioning both how and why did Dragon Ball get so popular. As previously stated, Dragon Ball was released in 1984 in the weekly Shonen Jump magazine by Akira Toriyama. He was a professional mangaka who had just ended his series Dr. Slump and wanted to try something new. Feeling inspired by martial arts films like Drunken Master, he wrote a one-shot manga called Dragon Boy to a very positive response. Now, having proof his idea could work, Toriyama started writing the first volume of his new series. And the manga quickly gained popularity. Toriyama, already being a well-known mangaka, helped push the series in the beginning. But the manga had more to offer than Toriyama's name. The story was originally very comedy-focused, but still far more action-based than Dr. Slump. The light-hearted story and likable characters made Dragon Ball gain popularity extremely quickly. The same year it released, Dragon Ball became the third most popular manga in Shonen Jump magazine, hitting second place just the year after, and staying there for quite a while. Until Dragon Ball's 195th chapter, or as it's more commonly known, Dragon Ball Z. When Dragon Ball Z came out, it was just a continuation of the Dragon Ball story, but it immediately set itself apart with the Saiyan saga. At this point in the story, Goku had grown up, which was a deliberate choice by Toriyama to make the fight scene choreography easier and more impactful, which it needed as the story was becoming more action-based. The increased focus on action paired with Toriyama's amazing manga paneling skills made Dragon Ball Z very popular in Japan. But it wouldn't be until the anime came out and got dubbed it really exploded. The Dragon Ball Z anime dub first aired in the US in 1996, and would be cancelled, rerun, and redubbed for many years to come. After a while, Dragon Ball Z would finally find a permanent home on Cartoon Network. Being run in the after-school hours, it was placed perfectly for kids to tune in after a long day of school, making it a show you could not miss out on. But other than these nicely timed episodes, there was definitely something else which drew every kid into it: the violence. Now, Dragon Ball may not be the most violent anime you've watched, but compared to everything else on Cartoon Network at the time, this was insane. The show was even featured in the Wall Street Journal for, quote, bringing impalement, strangulation to the after-school crowd. Dragon Ball has always been a pretty simple story, and especially in Dragon Ball Z, all you really needed to know was that Goku was going to beat the bad guy up, and you can sit back and enjoy just that, piecing together the story while watching if you really wanted to. And when you put together the great time slots, the unique violence, the intense battles and the simple story, there was nothing better than that when you just came home from school. At this point in the early 2000s, Dragon Ball had become very popular in both Japan and the US. Cartoon Network's Toonami block stopped airing in April 2003 in the US, and in places like Canada the show was also finishing up. This can be seen very clearly if we look at the Google Trends. Looking at this graph, Dragon Ball's peak was in the start of the 2000s, and started slowly declining after 2004. But this doesn't really show the whole picture, because as most fans of the show know, Dragon Ball Z was not the last Dragon Ball anime, and in 2015 it was announced Dragon Ball was coming back in the form of Dragon Ball Super. Right from the start, the anime was ridiculed for the poor animation in the first 2 arcs, and as most people know by now, this only happened because the animators were given incredibly short time schedules, making it impossible to make good art. And while this was a huge disappointment for Dragon Ball fans, the controversy ended up spreading outside of the fandom, making more people aware of the show. Despite all the ridicule, the show continued airing, slowly getting better and better, as Toei realized animation actually takes time. Right after the Golden Frieza arc there was a small spike, the series continued being pretty popular and absolutely exploded in the Universe Survival arc, when episode 129 released revealing Mastered Ultra Instinct, the series' popularity, at least on Google and YouTube, skyrocketed to the most popular Dragon Ball had ever been since 2004. There were massive crowds in both America and Japan watching the episodes live as Ultra Instinct was revealed. And while we haven't touched on it in this video, this shows how powerful a good transformation can be in Dragon Ball. After the end of Dragon Ball Super in 2018, the show has continued to stay relevant. The Broly movie was released the same year, and a new film is coming in 2022. Dragon Ball has enjoyed popularity for over 30 years. It has 4 different anime adaptations, 20 animated movies, 1 live action one, 100 games, has been dubbed more than 10 times over all the animes, has sold almost $8 billion in merchandise, and is the 14th highest grossing media franchise of all time. But to sum up why I think Dragon Ball has become so popular, ignoring the statistics and math, it's just a fun show.